Hi there and welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm IceMan and tonight we're doing a shard pull. So let's get on with it, shall we? Today we are doing the Provoker 10x shard pull. To be fair, I mean you've got some great champions here, so or at least one particular great champion, so it's worth going for your voids and chasing Krisk. And to be fair, I'm probably going to pull most of my shards on both accounts, and that's primarily just because I need the points for the event so that I can get the fusion currently going on, and that's the main reason I'm pulling my shards now. So we've got the Provoker one, you know, the like, come here mate, I'm gonna have you, you know, all that. Take them all on, fight the sentry. These guys will pull them to you. They're not going to let you get a punch in. That's the one we're doing tonight. So without further ado, let's crack on. We're going to actually start with the Sacreds and see what we get, shall we? Wish me luck. War Chief. Not the most amazing of champions. I actually already have this guy on my alternate account, but I don't have him on my main, and I actually do want to get this. I wanted this guy on my main to get him built up and use him for like the Magma Dragon, where Provoke comes in really handy. So yeah, I'm actually happy I got him. He's one of the champions I was after, so yeah, definitely happy with that one. Let's have a quick look at his kit since we pulled a legendary. We've got Brutal Force. His A1 attacks one enemy 3 times, has a 25% chance of placing a Provoke debuff 1 turn. This can increase up by another 10 to 35. Damage inflicted is proportional to defense. He's a defense based champion. And I believe he's with the Skinwalkers, which is great because actually it's one of those factions where I'm really weak for faction wars, so he's going to help me there amazingly anyway. So yeah, really chuffed with this guy. Marauder, his A2 attacks one enemy, places a Provoke debuff for 2 turns, and has a 75% chance, yeah, just a 75% chance of stealing 2 random buffs from the target. Damage is proportional to defense again. I don't know why it says that when the damage is based on defense anyway, but you know. In fact, if ascended, this skill places a Provoke for 3 turns and automatically steals 2 random buffs from the target. It's on a 4-turn cooldown, can be booked down to 3. This is actually a pretty cool ability. 3-turn Provoke is really handy, and obviously this is what makes him great for the Magma Dragon. He's also going to be pretty decent in the Fire Knight with that triple hitter, is it? Yeah, triple hitter on the A1. So, I mean, not for my team, I'm not going to automatically bring him in there to be fair, but for those of you that don't have lots of triple hitters and whatnot, and you're struggling to get that Fire Knight shield down, if you haven't pulled this guy in this 10x, he's going to be good for you for that, if you haven't already got somebody filling that role. Then he has a passive, Standstill, reflects 60% of damage taken back to the attacker. Defense increases by 15% for each dead ally. So, I mean, by all accounts, his kit looks really cool, but and I've seen some videos where some people really like him. I've done some solid work with him. He doesn't really rate highly in many people's tier lists, and most people seem to think he's a bit meh. You know, I'm not a big fan of the whole single target thing. If you had this as an AoE Provoke, especially since he is a legendary, they maybe should buff him up, do that, you know, give him an AoE on his A2. He can be provoking an entire team then for 3 turns, which is huge, at which point he becomes a really relevant and decent champion in the game. But as he stands, he isn't top tier, but you know. Anyway, let's crack on. We'll get the next shard pulled. Juliana, not a fan. Fan Cleric, not a fan. And Vogoth, who I've already done a guide on. In fact, if you go look over there, you'll be able to see the guide. He's a decent champ, good healer. Not one of my favourites, I have to say, but still very decent champ, as many of the new ones have been. So, you know, still worthy of your time. Right, let's get on with the voids, the big one, shall we? I mean, with only 9 shards to pull, we're not expecting any miracles here really, but we're going to give it a shot. Hope and a prayer, you know, all that. We obviously pulled a few voids last week for the 2x void. We're going to go through these pretty quick. We're not going to talk about all the food that we're getting. I must admit, I do wish I'd got Morley out of those sacreds as well, because she's one I really want to get as well to round out my dwarf faction and give me a reviver there. But beggars can't be choosers, and anytime we get gold, it's always amazing. Always love it, unless it's some really crap dupe. But you know, even then, I'm kind of happy at least that I got a legendary, I suppose, even if it's a bad legendary or a useless legendary. Of the fact that you've already got them, but you know, Draconis, actually a very decent champion. I'm looking at building this guy up. If you haven't seen my last shard pull video, I believe I said exactly the same thing there, or in fact it features in my HP video that I've been doing, and part 1 will have come out before this video does. In fact, I believe it came out today. Yeah, came out today. So good champion, well worth a look. I'm actually thinking of building him right up to 60. And no, we didn't get ourselves a Krisk. You know, would have been nice, but okay. So we're going to cut this part right here, and I've done what I need to for the event. Gotten the champs I wanted. So we're now going to move over to my alternate account and do the shards there. We'll save these ancients for when we get 2x ancients, which got a funny feeling might be the next weekend anyway, so if not, it'll be 2x sacreds instead of just blowing me sacreds, but I needed 2 for the event. I couldn't have done it without those, so I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back, and yes, I'm still alive. I haven't been murdered by a serial killer, even though I said those fateful, deadly, dangerous words. We all know the rules.
Jesus Christ, you don't know the rules? There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. You can never have sex, never drink or do drugs. Never, ever, ever, under any circumstances say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back.
Anyway, let's crack on, shall we? You know, I like a good joke here and there. Well, at least you do if you watch my previous videos, but yeah, I do like a little good joke here and there. So let's crack on, shall we? This is my alternate account, and we've not got quite as many shards, well, the same amount of void shards, less sacreds, and we'll see how we go. But I've got a funny feeling I'm literally going to have to pull everything on this account to do it. Husk, decent champion. I think I've already got him, unfortunately, on both of my accounts. Rockbreaker, I'm not actually sure I've got this chap on this account, so that might be cool. And Atur, who is completely crap. So we didn't get anything out of those. Bit of a shame, but to be fair, I don't actually want the 10x ones on this account. I've got both a Morley and War Chief on this account, so yeah. Fingers crossed for the void, shall we? Fingers crossed for the voids. Daywalker, a load of crap. Interceptor. I actually really like the skin on this champion, I have to say. Likes the skin, he says. But no, seriously, I do. I think the armour's really cool with the flowing hair and the headpiece and everything. Anyway, you know, if you watch the video, if you like the video, in the comments, please let me know how you did. Did you pull anything decent? Did you get excited? Did you pull a load of crap? You know, anyway, get involved. Give me a shout. Let me know. I'd love to hear. Who are you really hoping to get out of this pull? Did you get them? Did you get anybody? Obviously, I know everybody wants Chris if you've got the Voids 2 pull. But did you want a Morley? Did you want Wardrick? Were you hoping for somebody else? 10x doesn't mean you're only going to get those champions. You can still be hoping for anybody else if you're pulling. Umbral, already got. Yeah, I really didn't want any of the epics on this one, unfortunately. To be fair, a Skull Crown I would have loved. So the 10x thing I would have rather not getting on the epics, but very decent champ. I've actually done a guide on her as well. I'm not going to post it, but actually, you know what? We will. If you take a look up there, done a Umbral guide. Great champion, well worth your time, well worth a look. I still, I don't use her all the time, but I sub her in and out on 3v3 here and there. And in fact, actually, I think I might use her all the time on this account, but on my main account, I don't use her as much. Might be the other way around. But great defensive champion, really cool. Definitely worth your time, worth a look. So we're on to okay, we're on to the Ancients. At least we can do these 10 at a time, so they won't take very long. And I don't have enough silver to even open them. Be right back. And we're back. We now actually have some silver. I really hate the silver situation in this game. They really need to give us a better way to farm silver. Oh, Rector Drath. I don't know if I've got it on this account. I think I've got it on my main. I don't think I've got her on this one. So that's actually really useful. Happy with that. You feel the tension building. A couple of decent champs there. There'll all be food, mind you, but you know, a couple of decent champs besides. Load of crap, not interested. Yaga the Insatiable, the Free, the Naff. And that's it for the temples. We've got some singles. Avenger. Again, another one I really like the skin of. Well, for the most part, I think maybe the scales and stuff are a little bit too golden, but and the face, I mean, seems a bit off, but yeah, kind of cool. Doesn't look like we're getting any luck on this account today. It's actually odd because recently I seem to be a lot more lucky on this account usually, and not so much on the other one. But that's the way of things sometimes. Last one. Do we get anything? No, we don't. Okay. Well, that'll be the event done, I should imagine. I'll just go check. Oh, actually quite a bit more. I should have checked a bit sooner and not wasted some of those shards, I'm thinking. I mean, I'm that close to a legendary book now. I'll tell you what. We will actually get 10 more shards. And hopefully this should be enough to put us over. I might be wrong. Another Kalia. Tashada. They're lighting these barbarians again. And another Yaga. I swear they really seem to have set pulls that you're more likely to pull on every time you pull. Ah, that's better. So we finished. We got the legendary book at least. Took us another 10. It was almost kind of worth it for me just to get the legendary book. So I thought, why not? And there's always still that chance that you'll get the legendary or a really decent epic or something, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Yay, we got a legendary, so that's always good. I hope you did too. Please let me know in the comments what you did get. You know, let's get a conversation going about it. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.